Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Yarnciful vlog. My name is Carrie, also known as Yarnciful. You can find me on Ravelry, Facebook and Twitter as Yarnciful, and show notes for the vlog will be at yarnciful.co.uk. I should put some links down below. Oh, and I've also made a Ravelry group. Thank you to those who've already joined, so pleased. If you'd like to come and join us, then please do come and have a bit of a chat, more the merrier. I shall put links, like I said, down below, and there'll also be links on the show notes on yarnciful.co.uk. So yes, welcome back to those who've seen me before, and for those who are new, welcome. Thank you very much for joining me. So yeah, Halloween week, and it has been a Halloween week and a harrowing week. Yes. It's been absolute bedlam, and yesterday was just frantic. It really was. It was Halloween yesterday. Got up in the morning, it didn't seem to stop all day. I was just busy, and then trying to get ready to go out and trick or treaters every 10 minutes. So it's like just when you don't need people knocking on the door every 10 minutes, they start knocking. So yeah, we didn't get in until 4 AM, so if I look like death warmed up, I feel like it too, I really do, but it was good fun. So yes, I hope everybody had a fabulous Halloween, I really do. In fact, let me know what you made. I mean, if you just want to tell me what you dressed up as in general, but if you made anything that was super wonderful, then yeah, let me know what you've all been crafting on, so that I don't feel quite so alone in my Halloween crafting, because it's been mental. I've made it was ears. I made My Little Pony ears and wings. There's been 2 sets of wings for me. There's been other bits and bobs. So yeah, it's just been, and that and life has just taken up my whole week. So not a huge amount of knitting this week. Absolutely no spinning. Have I crocheted? No, I haven't crocheted. I did sew. Made a toile for a corset. It is one that I've toiled before. It's actually this one that's behind me, but I needed to resize it. I've lost a little bit of weight and that's not going to fit. I wish you could frog a corset. I really do, because there's work in that there corset. But yeah, it's not going to fit, so I've been making a toile for a new one to fit it properly, but I might hold off. There's a lot of work in this one. There's more work than in my standard waist cinchery type corsets. I don't mind knocking one of those out when I need to resize it. In fact, I need to make, I did mention last week that I've got a Christmas one planned. Well, I put on my blue one last night, and I can actually get my arm inside it with me even when it's completely laced up. So yes, I have lost weight, and I've lost it all from here, it would seem, because yeah, it doesn't fit anymore. So yeah, I need to get on that. But yeah, I might wait a little while, because I'm still losing at the moment, and hold off on making one of those until I'm ready, because I don't want to be making one of those every other month. So yeah, hope you can see it. So yeah, lovely. My favourite is silk, which I don't have a huge amount left of, to be fair. I'm going to have to try and source some more. I can't remember where it was from now, and it's ancient, so I might not even be able to get any. But yeah, I've got like a scrap. I've probably got enough for 1 waist cincher left, and that's it. So I shall be sad when it's gone. So yes, Halloween crafting. I brought these to show you. They're not knitting, but I thought I would show you anyway a couple of the things that I've been wasting my time on this week. Chloe, my chihuahua, and I went as blue fairies. Duct tape, best crafting material known to mankind. That was kind of a 6 o'clock Hail Mary of, oh no, the stem's way too floppy, what am I going to do? Because I wore that sort of tucked down the back of my corset, so it was like, yeah, the stem was way too floppy. So yeah, duct tape was the answer. But those are my flappy wings. It's just wire. copper wire that's been twisted just to strengthen it a little. And then this was from Dunelm Mill, and it is glittery tablecloth, table covering stuff that they've had in for Christmas, which I didn't actually buy for that. I bought it because I want to try and make some glittery see-through project bags, because I often think that, you know, I love project bags anyway. I think that they're lovely and people come up with some lovely designs, but sometimes the yarn's just really nice. I thought it'd be nice to be able to see the yarn through the bag, and added glitter is never a bad thing. So yeah, and then this is just Sharpie. I just traced over, I did a pattern on paper and then traced through to get the markings on the wings. So yeah, those were my wings. And then Chloe's. Look how cute! Little tiny wings. She looked adorable. I had a blue outfit on. I had my blue corset and a long blue skirt and a blue like gypsy type top thing. And then Chloe had a little denim dress with a big full skirt on it, and then she had that attached to her harness, and then she had a little ring of blue roses around her neck, so she looked so adorable. And annoyingly, I didn't think to take any pictures. I'm such a moron. I might dress her up again and take some photos, because she did look absolutely, she was so sweet and she was so well behaved. She had a whale of a time out for Halloween, she really did. We just round at a friend's house, not a huge number of people. I wouldn't have taken her to a big blaring party. I don't think she'd have enjoyed it, but yeah, she had a whale of a time. And she looked so adorable, she really did. So yes, Halloween wings. The sewn wings, they were for a friend, so they've gone off to live in a friend's house now, but I will insert a picture at the end of my husband really reluctantly modelling them, bless him, but I needed to take a picture of them to send to my friend to say, are these okay, kind of thing. So yeah, I put them on him. So I shall put that up at the end for you to have a look at if anybody's interested. And if anybody has children that want to go as a My Little Pony next year to Halloween, or indeed anybody knows any bronies, then let me know if you want to know how I made them, sort of thing, because they were just cobbled together, but the way that I did them did work, and it wasn't as much work as I was expecting it to be. Once I'd worked out how I was going to make them, they weren't too bad, sort of thing. So yeah, other than that, knitting wise, my work's in progress. So as I said, not a huge amount done. Still working, and will be for some time, on the Debbie Bliss cabled over knee socks, and that is in Arcadia Ranco, the multi. Only done, I think I've only done two cable sets on these this week. But I did have a little bit of a problem. I put them down the other night after I'd done the second one, because I think I was really tired. These live by my bed, I do a little bit of bedtime, and my tension was off. My tension's a little bit loose on that last one that I did. So I'm going to do the next one and see what it's like. If it's going to block out, then I'll carry on. If not, I'll rip back a little bit. But yeah, I was just a little bit worried that if I'd have carried on knitting then I think I would have ended up with some laddering in between the cable and the purl stitches. So yeah, that's those. And I'll show you the finished one just in case you weren't here last week. Gorgeous. Love, love, love. So yeah, that's all I've done on that. Haven't touched the Head Eye by Solde Teague, if I remember rightly. Put a link in the show notes, I think it is. Literally haven't touched it, and I haven't touched my crochet this week, as I said. Morticia. So if you were here last week, you'll have seen I was working on Morticia's shawl, and then if anybody's seen my blog post as of last weekend, I did set myself the target of finishing the Morticia shawl by Boonitz. by Monday night, so that I could block it Tuesday, because we were going out on Wednesday with my father-in-law and his wife, and I wanted to wear it. So I had to down tools on Monday and start on Halloween crafting. Fibre Spates Gleam lace, by the way, in the peacock colourway. So yeah, it didn't get through. And then the other thing was, I did say that with chart C you can repeat it if you need to lengthen it, or if you want to lengthen the shawl. I'd gone through it once, put a lifeline in, was going to go through it again, and then if I thought I'd have enough yarn I was going to put another lifeline in and do a third. Because I'd set myself the deadline, decided that I wasn't going to bother trying doing the third. I was going to move on to chart D and then cast off. I'll show you why that deadline has paid off in a second. So I'll show you. That's it with the repeats. It's absolutely beautiful. And it's getting, let me move that out of the way. It's getting so big now. It's going to be gorgeous blocked out. I'll stretch it out a little bit more for you to see there. It's quite heavy now. I think the weight of the beads has added more than I expected it to. That's all I've cast off. A measly little amount when you see what I've got to go. It's got the points, which is the bit that I really fell in love with it. So yeah, I've got all of that to cast off. It is a beast to cast off. It's beautiful edging to it, but it is a beast to cast off because it's picot edge, so for every one stitch that you're actually casting off, you're like knitting 5 or something. Yarn chicken. I know. I'm confident. Okay. I'm optimistic that I have enough yarn left to finish casting off, because I don't have anything remotely like it to finish casting off if I run out. Not that I'm going to run out. I don't really want to buy another skein just to finish casting off. I don't mind when you get like 3/4 of the way through something and you run out. That's fair enough. But just to cast off, really. But then I don't want to rip back. I do not want to rip back the whole of chart D and a whole repeat of chart C. So I am optimistic. If anybody wants to place bets as to whether I'm actually going to have enough yarn, you're more than welcome to. Quite frankly, not sure about the odds, but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fibre state. It's gorgeous. And the shawl is just, I'm so excited to wear it now. Ridiculously excited to wear it. But yeah, so Morticia, please, please, please be enough yarn. I will be devastated if there isn't. And I know I say that I don't want to buy another skein just to finish it. You know I will, because I will. And I suppose I could use the rest of the skein to knit something else, so it's not like it would be a complete waste. But I had planned on my next fibre space skein being a different colourway. What else? Oh, now then, I've recast on. I've cast this on before, realised that the sizing wasn't going to be right, so I ripped it all back and I started again. I'll show you the book first. It's from More Big Girl Knits by Gillian Moreno and Amy R. Singer. Photography by Lise Verrett, because photographers need the credits too. And it is the Susie hoodie. I love the way the cabling goes all the way up the front, sides, and then over the top of the hood. That was what attracted me to that pattern. And I'm knitting it in. My husband got me this for Christmas last year. He bought me 3 balls because he'd seen me looking at the colour and he knows me well. It is Hayfield Bonus Aran with 20% wool. And it's like a heathery colour. I think they call it shade 0871. But it is lovely. I love that colour. So recast on, haven't done much. The mood took me, because I've had a break after ripping it back, because I'd done quite a bit, and after ripping it back it's just been sat there, and then the mood took me to cast it on, and I just thought, right, do it now, otherwise who knows when I will next feel like doing it. So that's all I've done, literally just the cast on. I don't know if you can see the very start of the cabled edging there, and then there's lovely bias shaping in it, hence the little. I've had to put these on for now, because now I've finished on chart D and I'm casting off on Morticia, I freed up my stitch markers, but it literally had every single stitch marker I own attached to it. I think, well, I've probably got a couple on different stuff lying around, but certainly all of the ones that weren't being used on other stuff at the moment. So yeah, yay, I love it. I'm looking forward to it. I would have liked it this is why, because I started it earlier in the year and I wanted it to wear over winter. I'll wear it next year. So yes, that is my Susie hoodie, and that's it for works in progress, other than, like I say, Head Eye that I've been working on, Lecce blanket, links will, I'll put them in show notes anyway, but there's been no progress on them. And then finished objects, the only thing that I've done, other than wings, lots of wings, is sew buttons on a hat. I feel like such a crafting failure this week, really do. So I sewed on the buttons onto my Indian summer hat. So it has, I should have made it a little bit smaller. I've been wearing it quite a bit, and I hadn't taken into consideration the weight of my dreadlocks pulling on the back. So I might make myself another one and do it slightly smaller. It's okay, it's not like sliding off my head or ended up over my eyes or anything. But yeah, I think it could have done with just being a little bit more snug around the ribbing. And that is, just for anybody who's interested, it is Indian Summer. The pattern's by Kalora Hudson, and it's from the While They Play ebook collection of patterns. There's some lovely patterns in there. There's another one that I'm planning on knitting, which is, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a cowl with an attached hood. Really, really lovely. Oh, headband crisis. Check it out, have a look, because there are some lovely ones in there. So yes, link again I shall put in. Stash, I suppose. I did spend pennies. I did, from Love Knitting, because I love knitting. They are ace. And what I do like with these, if ever anybody, if you've thought about ordering from them and you've just not got around to it, when you get your invoice there is a discount code on it for, it's either 10 or 15%. I'll say 10, I'll err on the side of caution, off your next order, as long as it's not sale items. Quite frankly, actually, it's a little bit unfair. It is enabling, because as soon as I get the envelope, I'm already on the website planning my next purchase. So yeah, thank you Love Knitting, but thanks Love Knitting. So I ordered, well actually, while I was on the website, in my defence, I went on there because I've had a Symphony, Knit Pro Symphony cable for a while now, but the screw thread on one end is a little bit dodgy, and sometimes when you screw a point on, it gets to a stage where it wants to stick, and I've been aware that if I pushed past it I would probably end up cross-threading the needle point. Rushed the other day doing it and did go past it heavy-handedly and did cross-thread the needle point, so once it screwed right in it wouldn't tighten up, it was just turning and turning. So I had to rid myself of the point because it wasn't working, and I also got rid of the offending cable because I figured that I should have done it a while ago, because I kind of knew that there was a risk of it happening. So ordered a replacement set of 4.5mm Knit Pro Symphony points and a new cable. And of course I couldn't just buy them, I had to buy yarn as well. So I picked up, it was on offer, to be fair. It wasn't, not a huge saving, but it was a saving, and that's my excuse. So I picked up 2 skeins of drops lace. And this is, I'm trying to think, 70% alpaca, let me double check. Yeah, 70% alpaca, 30% silk. It's lovely. Haven't had drops lace before. Heard a few people talking about it and seen stuff knitted up in it, and anybody who was here last week would have heard me mention that I want to knit the Even Star shawl, and I was trying to find yarn for it, and I'd actually seen, this is the other colour I did buy. I bought 2 skeins of that for Even Star, and I also bought this one, but I'd actually seen somebody on Ravelry has actually knitted it in this yarn, in this colourway, and it looked gorgeous. But I did have, I either wanted it to be, I want it to be, because it's such a big knit, I'm going to want to wear it lots. So I wanted it to be something that's going to go with just about everything. So I either wanted to knit it in black, which was the colour I originally pictured it in, or I wanted to do it in something like an ecru or a very, very pale wheat colour or something like that that would go with lots of things. But I went with black, and yeah, like I say, somebody knitted it in this and it looked lovely, so I thought, well, drops lace will be absolutely fine, and if it looks like that for them, then hopefully it'll look half as good for me. So yeah, that's the other colour that I got. Again, look at that, the spot theme, really, really similar, which proves that it is one of my favourite colours, quite frankly. So yeah, those. So not a huge amount of yarny goodness, but yarny goodness all the same, as usual in a little bag. So yes, that was my love knitting purchase. My other purchase this week is 50 Fabulous Knitted Lace Stitches by Rita Weiss. This was just an Amazon purchase. Show you, I'm sure there's like a contents page with the stitches. Now I'm getting into lace knitting a little bit more. I wanted to have a go at designing my own shawl, and I've not done vast amounts of lace knitting in the past, and I want to experiment, but I like to, I don't know whether other people are the same, excuse me, before I start experimenting, I don't like going into it completely blind. I like to at least understand the basic anatomy of a type of knitting. Like when I wanted to experiment with cables, I bought a couple of cable stitch books. I think one of them was Vogue Stationery of cables. I can't remember what the other one was. It just shows that if I decide how I want something to look, I've got a really vague basic understanding of how to go about starting to make it look that way. So now I'm getting into lace knitting more. I decided I wanted to do the same thing, so that I understand how different increases and decreases work within lace, how they look, and just generally how groupings of stitches affect the overall lace. So yeah, pick that up really, please. The other thing which I'm looking forward to showing you hopefully next week is, just mentioned the Stationaries before, I've got I think I've got the Knit and Purl one, colour work, and the edgings one. I've been missing the crochet and the lace. Now the crochet one I'm not so bothered about, I'll pick it up at some point when I see it cheap, but the lace one, I've wanted that for a little while now, and you see it on Amazon. I take it there weren't many sold or something, and there aren't that many knocking about, but you see it second hand on Amazon. It's no longer available new, and people are asking like £75 to £140 for it, and it's just, I wouldn't pay that for a stationery. So I'd sort of decided that I'm never going to own it. It's always going to be the one that got away kind of thing. And then somebody listed one on eBay a few days ago, and they started the price off at like, I don't know, £5 or something. So I thought, oh, I'll stick a bit of a tenner in on it. I'm not going to get it for that anyway. I'm not willing to pay anywhere near enough. Then signed on to eBay a few days later, sort of forgotten about it, and lo and behold, I'd won it for £9.26. So plus postage of course. But yeah, so that'll be winging its way to me. I'm just utterly flabbergasted still that it went for that amount of money. So yeah, that was ace. I think that's it for acquisitions this week. I don't think I've spent any pennies other than buying the Even Star pattern, and I'm sure there was another pattern I bought. Oh no, sorry about that, the camera cut out. What was I saying? Yeah, so other than buying Even Star, I think that was it for... Oh, I'll tell you what I am going to buy this week. I don't know if anybody else has seen it. It was linked in a group that I'm a member of on Facebook the other day, and I saw it and it's just, I've never seen anything like that, so I've added it to my favourites, but I'm going to buy it this week. I really don't know off the top of my head who it's by, I'll link it, but it's the Zanzibar scarf. Oh my god, I was so excited. It's like fox poi bits, but the bits in between are all short rows and it's all like undulating, and it's absolutely amazing. It's one of those that I looked at it and I thought, I have absolutely no idea how you make that, and I want to learn. So I'm trying to make up my mind what yarn I want to buy to make it, because I don't think I've got anything here that would be suitable for it. But yeah, if you've not seen it, do check it out, if only to go at it, because it looks absolutely incredible. So yeah, another one I'm excited about. That will probably definitely have to wait until after Christmas to actually knit it up. I've got too many things to do to get stuck into something like that, because it's one of those that I will want to sit down and work on. So yeah, have a look at it. It'll blow your mind. It blew mine. So I think that is everything. Oh yes, if you've not seen her yet, there's a new podcast by a lady who lives on the Isle of Wight. You can find it on YouTube as White Stitches. I'll put a link to her Ravelry group and the podcast in the show notes. Please do go and check her out. She seems really, really lovely. She is a designer. Yeah, just makes lovely things, and it's a really nice, warm, friendly podcast. I would definitely go and have a look at it. Have I watched anything else this week? Oh, I did Dancing Geek catch up because I was a couple of episodes behind, and let's face it, James, they are film length, so yeah, I set aside a little bit of time for that. And oh, I really enjoyed watching Andre Sue knits. She did an episode on Rhinebeck, and yeah, I did enjoy watching that. That's another one that is definitely worth checking out. I shall put a link to it. And I think I watched, other than that, it was just the usual Sword of a Knitter, Eat Sleep Stitch. I think that's been it really with all of the crafting that I've been doing. So yeah, let me know what you've been watching. What are your favourites? Who do you particularly like? Be interested to know. Definitely. Sometimes nice to find something new. So yeah, let me know if there's anything that you'd recommend me watching. I like to knit while watching. So I think that's it for this time. Thank you again for joining me. Please comment, give me some feedback, ask me questions. Either do it through here or Facebook or my blog page or Ravelry group. Yeah, come and join the Ravelry group, come and have a chat. Would be absolutely lovely. I shall catch you all next week, all being well. So take care everyone, and thank you again. Bye bye. See you.